Get your films on with the Blurds.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurds.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Roll camera and action.
It's time for some trailer talk.
All right, so we're gonna talk about this trailer called Friendship. This shit looks insane. I'll say that. And it looks insane. It looks like if The Curse became a movie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it stars Tim Robinson.
Yep.
So the star of I Think You Should Be Leaving Now.
And he was a writer on SNL.
Was he a writer on SNL?
He left because of the Trump thing. Like he even said, he gave an interview. He's like, yeah, I straight up said, he walked out the building screaming, Lorne lost his fucking mind.
I mean, that's something that dude would do because he seems unfucking hinged, but also a comedic genius.
Who?
Tim Robinson.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least he has morals.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I didn't know he was an SNL writer. It makes sense.
Well, yeah, this movie looks insane. It is. Yo, the last part of this trailer, I was just laughing and cringing. I was just like, oh my God. So basically, Tim Robinson is married to Cate Mara. They move in the neighborhood. She tells him to get some friends, and he finds a friend group with Paul Rudd being the head of it. And then all of a sudden, they just start icing him out.
Yeah, because, there's always that weird dude that you try to give a chance to, and he's just too weird. And you just like, well, we're not going to kick you out per se. We're just going to stop inviting you to shit.
Yeah.
And so imagine if that dude kept on coming around.
But then it escalates because now like Paul Rudd's like trying to fuck his wife.
Yeah. And people have seen this already, and everything I hear about it, they say it's fucking insane and amazing.
Yeah, dog. I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know when it drops, but I hope we get fucking screenings soon.
That's a good question about when it drops, because South by Southwest is about to start real soon.
Right.
And surprisingly, I've been getting a lot of invites for a lot of screenings at South by Southwest, and I'm just like, I would love to, but I cannot go to Austin, Texas right now.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Would love. Maybe next year I would love to go to Austin, Texas, but not this year. I am weighing about going to Cannes this year because apparently Cannes is actually super cheap.
Well,
I'll go to Cannes in May. It drops in May.
Oh, okay. All right,
A24 film.
All right, soon enough.
Yeah. May 9th. So the same day as Thunderbolts. And even if we don't get invited, I know which one I'm seeing. Yeah. And it ain't the expensive one. All right, let's get into our main review.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The Film Blurds feature film review.
All right, I'm going to start off real quick with this Chinese movie I saw last weekend called NE ZHA 2. I even realized there was a NE ZHA 1 when I went to go see this shit. I just knew that it was the highest grossing movie in the world right now. It's at $2.5 billion. And
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, most of that's from fucking China. It was playing in 3D. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hate it, but like, it's basically the Chinese made an anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the fights are dope, but like, you could tell, like, anime from Japan is very specific. And when somebody else tries to ape it, like America or now China, you could tell. And this, I was the only non-Chinese person in there. Everybody else was Chinese, and they were all laughing. And I'm just like, must be Chinese humor, because a lot of the humor is either puke-based, snot-based, or booger-based for the first 30 minutes.
Is it dubbed or subtitled?
It was subtitled, so even the subtitles were in 3D. But I ain't gonna lie, those fights were hot.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of it. It's all right. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes,
right.
yeah.
Add to that, another quick one, Becoming Led Zeppelin, the documentary on Led Zeppelin made just for IMAX. It shows the formation of the band, their early years, and then it stops right after they record Led Zeppelin 2. And I was just like, we're not going to get to like Led Zeppelin 3 where it has Immigrant Song, you know, the song that everybody knows.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whenever you see somebody in a Viking costume, they always sing that song.
Right.
Like, they ain't cover that. They ain't cover 4. Where with Rock and Rolls on 4, they didn't get to Physical Graffiti, which had Kashmir. I was like, oh, we're not even going to cover Kashmir, bro. We're just stopping at Led Zeppelin 2. All right. Like, it's a talking head interview for the most part. Like, don't get me wrong. It was cool hearing Whole Lot of Love in fucking IMAX and Good Times, Bad Times in IMAX. But there's a lot left on the table. And I understand why this is the only movie they approved of and the only one they would agree to do interviews for, because like it doesn't really pull punches like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they admit, like, yeah, we did drugs, but I'm just like, the only thing I glean from this is like they're like almost every artist at the time, where they listen to a lot of blues and R&B and a lot of Little Richard. Like they just love, as they called it, like Robert Plant's like, yeah, I just love black music. So that's what I wanted to do, is just make black music. I was like, yeah, all y'all. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. Black people invented rock and roll. Yeah. Like his blues harmonica playing is straight from all these black blues artists. It's just like, okay, all right. Like but I didn't really learn anything new. That's the thing. Other than they really did love each other, and they probably still would be a band if John Bonham didn't die. I mean, look, I wouldn't go and see it in IMAX. Oh, no, it's worth it. If you're a fan of the band, definitely. Yeah. It's in aspect ratio, IMAX aspect ratio. It sounds cool, but I think it, like you said, you have to be a fan. Right. I mean, I think Led Zeppelin 2 is one of my favorite albums, but like even I was just like, oh, you could have watched this. They've got other hitters. Yeah, I could have watched this on fucking Peacock, because like it just made like it doesn't do any heavy lifting. Honestly, that's the problem. It's like you said, it's a talking head puff piece. Puff piece, right? Like it's a promotion, and like it seems like a promotional piece for the box set that they're eventually going to drop. You know? Yeah. All right, let's move on to Black Bag before we get into the studio. Steven Soderbergh and Steven Zalian, their second movie this year, because they put out Presents. You like Presents a lot. This is my movie. This lives up to the trailer, because that trailer is hard. And don't get it twisted. Like, a lot of people are like, yo, Brandon, how's the action? I was just like, ooh, wrong movie, baby. This is that Observe and Report spycraft, not that fucking James Bond spycraft. Right. This is the one where like everybody's watching each other, and for good reason, because Michael Fassbender plays George Woodhouse. He is in the circus, as they call it, which is really MI6. They're spies for MI6. Him and his wife are married, and his wife, played by Cate Blanchett. Comes out, wife might have betrayed the country, so he has to figure out if it's really his wife. Is it one of his co-workers, or is somebody being set up, and this is all a conspiracy? And like, yo, real good, much funnier than I anticipated. Like this has some real dark humor that just had me rolling. Especially from Marissa Abella. She's in Industry. I know a lot of you watch Industry like I do. And she was also in the Amy Winehouse biopic, and the best part about that shit. And she steals the movie. Honestly, it's amazing because this is a stacked cast. Because you got Michael Fassbender, Cate Blanchett, Tom Burke, Regé Jean Page, Naomi Harris, and Marissa Bella. Because everybody's playing. There's 3 sets of couples. They all work at MI6, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, who's on whose side. And Pierce Brosnan is in it as the head of MI6, being a real bitch. Being a real bitch. I was like, ooh, you bitch. Yeah, man. Look, one thing I do love about this movie is the chemistry between Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. You just feel it. Like, you believe they're a married couple. Like, you would see them on a street and you'd be like, oh yeah, they're a power couple. Like, they are the definition. They're complete. They're like a yin and yang. They're different, but they work together. And you can tell, like, yo, if something comes between their marriage, like, these motherfuckers literally would kill for each other.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's sexy. Had me, like, I didn't know where it was going, honestly, with its reveals. And it's satisfying. Like, the ending is satisfying. I was just like, can we just get, like, at least, like, 3 of these a year? Like, can I get, like, 2 more? Can I get 1 in the summer and 1 in the fall? Like, goddamn, it's like watching this in Conclave. I'm like, can we just keep getting, like, nice mid-budget thrillers? Like, they don't have to be, like, uber expensive. Like, give them 40-50 million, man.
Like this shit we used to get, right?
Yeah,
like,
man. Like, damn.
Like those fucking Ashley Judd movies, you know, or
but these
Naomi
are
Judd,
better.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
but
much better.
Right,
But I get
but
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But damn, man, like, yo, Soderbergh's in his bag on this too. Also, you know, his composer for all of his movies, Cliff Martinez.
Yeah.
Cliff is also in his bag for this. Like,
Okay.
the score's wild. The close-ups are wild. I was like, oh, David Keopp's script is mwah. A person me and you know walked out. He was waiting for me. We talked. He's like, yeah, the new cut of the movie is even better than the first cut. So I'm like, okay, so that means David Keopp, I guess he's back in his bag. Even though I ain't fuck with Presence, it worked for a lot of people. So I'm guessing he's back in his bag.
Right,
I hope so.
Good.
I hope so, because we need that one to be good. After the last one, or I'm just like, after the last one, y'all owe us. Y'all owe us.
Fuck that fucking.
He keeps telling me, he's like, he looks at me, he's just like, I want you to walk out of this room and be like, yo, Brandon, you or no blank. I'm gonna bleep his name. Yo, blank, you were right. He's like, I just want you to hear those words come out of your mouth. I'm like, all right, man.
All right. Look.
The trailer was great. I'm excited. They greenlit it and pushed it out quickly because clearly they wanted this movie out quickly. So,
I am cautiously optimistic.
Yes. Like, every movie coming out this summer, I do not want it to suck. Like, I want it to be good for various different reasons. Even Fantastic Four, I'm just like, that trailer sucked, but I really do hope the movie's good,
like,
bro.
Look, we've said it time and time again. We don't go into any movies hoping that it's bad.
Yeah, because that's just a waste of our time.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, Black Bag. I'm probably gonna see this shit again, dog.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see it. When does it drop?
Next Friday. Friday got a lot of heaters dropping because NOVOCAINE's dropping next Friday.
Right,
and the day the Earth blew up.
I can't wait to see that shit.
Yeah. Honestly, that'd make a good double feature. You know, after you see this darkly comedic spy thriller, go see an actual, like, animated comedy. It's family friendly, you know, for everybody.
Yeah. So go back and listen to our episode on the day the Earth blew up that Brandon did.
All right, let's go move into the studio.
Is the embargo up? We're allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, the embargo is up at 9:00 tonight.
Okay.
And this part of episode 153 will be dropping tomorrow at noon because of NOVOCAINE.
All right. I fucking love this show.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of movies and TV shows about Hollywood, right? Fucking Get Shorty, Swimming with Sharks, The Player, what was that one with Kevin Bacon?
The Player's good, dude.
The Players, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The Big Cut with Kevin Bacon. I love movies and TV about the system.
I mean,
right?
That's why Entourage was so popular, because that was the best part of that fucking show.
Right. So imagine all the studio imagine Entourage, but no douchebags, and no love stories. It's all about making movies, and you have the studio.
I want to go to an old school Hollywood buffet. I want to go to an old school Hollywood buffet so bad. So bad, bro. I was just like, damn, everybody's having a great time. He set Zoe up. Zoe's just like, wait, what? I love Dave Franco in this too. He's like, yo, Zoe, I didn't know you get down. He's like, what are you talking about? Yo, Dave Franco in these last 2 episodes is unfucking hinged. Holy shit.
Fucking like the cameos in here are great.
Yes.
Anthony Mackie.
The Ron Howard episode.
Yeah, man.
Also, the directing. Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen direct every episode, and these guys really stepped up their game filmmaking wise.
Like there is a craft on display in everything from like the editing, the writing, the cinematography.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Like the tension.
Yo, Apple TV, they make sure like the quality's there.
Like when I say, and I've said this, and I will keep saying this, Apple TV is one of the best services, right? Out there when it comes to quality TV, right? Like I would say 8 out of 10 of their shows, every 8 out of 10 is a banger.
Oh yeah. Still on pins and needles for fucking Foundation season 3.
Yeah, man.
But this is why, like, watching Seth Rogen's character, he fucks up so much, even stupidity choices where even I'm like, yo, bro, even I wouldn't do that. Like, think about it for 2 seconds. Like the Sarah Polley episode, I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Right.
What are you doing? Or the first episode when Kool-Aid first got, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Because like, yo, even I understand. I would be the same way. Like, yo, all right, we gotta make this bullshit. Like, but we're going to, as soon as you don't say it in the shareholders meeting, you say it at the studio meeting where you're like, yo, listen, we got to do this movie, but this is for them, but we're still going to make great fucking films, okay? Like, we will make Scorsese's film. We will make, we'll make small horror movies. We'll make, like, I'd be exactly like him, but also I'd understand you have to play the game. That's how the Emoji Movie got made. Because they're clearly to please the shareholders.
Right. And you have this IP, like, look, if you have a animated if there's an animated mascot out there, but please believe me, there are conversations about giving it its own fucking movie.
Oh yeah, Monopoly just got greenlit the other day.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh yeah.
Of course did. Of course.
Daniel Kula's doing Barney, written by Ayo, and it's gonna star Ayo. He was the first one. He pitched it to A24. They're like, yeah, we'll buy it. It was a dark Barney.
Look,
like everything's becoming like they're doing Operation. Hot Wheels is coming soon.
Please, like, believe me when I say, get ready for the onslaught of cereal mascots getting their own fucking movies.
Yep.
Right, fucking Count Chocula, Blueberry, like.
You guys learned the wrong lessons from Barbie. And Barbie was kicking around for like the past 30 years. You know why it didn't get made? Because nobody really knew what to do. Greta had a vision. That's why it worked. because Greta took a bad idea and made it great.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard her name, I was like, oh yeah, then she's making a real movie. This is gonna be a good movie, especially with that cast. Like, come on, man, you guys. I'll be real with you though. I would see Kool-Aid because I trust Nick Stoller, and I was just like, oh well, Ice Cube is voicing the Kool-Aid Man. Like, you know, it'd be a comedy. Like, you can't take that seriously. You'd have to do it as a comedy. Yeah, I would see Kool-Aid. Hell yeah, I'd see Kool-Aid.
And just like the best parts of Entourage, I wanted to see that version of Aquaman with Vinny Chase. Also, I kind of want to see this Kool-Aid movie.
Yo, no offense, WB, but that like 2-minute clip of them watching it in theaters was better than either of those fucking movies.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but if you did, I'm going to co-sign that.
Like, no offense to WB or James Wan. Like, James Wan, you're a great director, but like... Yeah,
I want to see James Cameron's Aquaman only featured in Entourage.
Yo, man. Every time you say James Cameron, I just think of Avatar 3. It's like, yo, I just want to see that shit now, bro. And then I could go hibernate for the rest of the year. Be like, yeah, Jeff. I'll be like, yeah, Jeff's gonna review this one. I saw Avatar. Cause you know, yo, listen. If as long as I get one fucking crazy ass explosion, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get it. But anyway, back to the fucking studio. I can't wait to review these episode for episode, right? Like on the show. Because right now we're just talking about the season, but like we will keep you updated on every fucking episode once they start dropping. Because it doesn't premiere until the 29th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show. It makes me want to be a studio head. Like, the shit looks like fun.
Yeah, right?
Like, It seems like it's fun if you enjoy movies. It just seems like a lot of these studio heads, they just hate movies.
Right.
So if you enjoy movies, I'd be having the fucking time of my life, bro.
It's like you get to make movies, right?
Like you help artists. Like, yo, you're an artist. Here's some money. Go do some shit.
Yeah, like that's the dream. That's why honestly over the last couple of years I've transitioned more into producing, right? Like,
well, I mean, that's why Brad Pitt produces. Like, he's a producer on Mickey 17. He produced 12 Years a Slave. I remember when 12 Years a Slave came out. He's like, bro, this is the best movie I'm ever gonna do. He's like, I could stop making movies and I'd be satisfied. And I was like, damn. And then like years later, he produced Moonlight.
Right. Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, Brad Pitt, he out here, man.
Right. But like being a producer is that feeling. So imagine being a studio head when you are like literally fucking the reason.
Let's talk about the fucking Globes episode. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? I was just like, I get it. I have an ego too, and that would suck. But literally, very few studio heads have ever gotten thanked. Like, I would just fall back. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be getting drunk. I'd be like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting drunk.
Look, everybody knows who I am.
Right. And everything's like stuff that I fucking helped get made is winning awards.
Right.
As long as money and awards are coming in, I don't care.
That came through me. Right.
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm the reason that happened. Like, that's enough. And like everybody who, the show is good.
Yeah. Because even Catherine O'Hara's like, bitch, that didn't even happen for me. Like, calm your ass down.
Yeah. Oh, and like, let's talk about Catherine O'Hara's character. Like, seeing
she fucked up big time in the last episode.
Just seeing the inner workings of Hollywood, right, at this level is fucking amazing. It seems like the most toxic, wonderful place on earth.
Yes. And for two single people like us who love movies, this would be the dream job, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real, and I'm not saying this to denigrate us, but I would definitely be the Seth Rogen, and you definitely be the Ike Barinholtz. But you getting the shine, I wouldn't even care, because I'd be like, yo, look, whatever, man. Like, let's go make movies. Because I straight up like where Ike Barinholtz at the end just walks up to him and was like, I'm not gonna be in on Monday, okay? Like, Jeff, if you came up to me and you're like, yo, I'm not going to be in on Monday, I'd be like, yeah, nigga, because you gotta go juke our fucking studio. Like, he became a viral star, man. I'd be like, yo, as long as you keep saying Continental Pictures, don't matter.
The show is dumb good. Another hit for Apple. Plus, if you don't have the shit, get the shit. If most of you motherfuckers have iPhones, they give you like Apple Plus for a year free when you get an iPhone. Use that shit.
Also, Apple's cheap. It's only $90 a year.
Yeah.
Or it's 80. It's 80 or 90 a year.
I don't know. It's like I do the fucking plan where so it's music and all that shit's wrapped up together.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. And you know, if you listen to older episodes, I love fucking For All Mankind. That's on there. Shrinking, Ted Lasso, Severance. They're like bangers.
Yo, I mean, listen, Foundation's my show. Like,
Foundation.
That season 3 cannot get here fast enough, man.
Right? Like, Brandon put me on the Foundation, and it literally is one of the best sci-fi shows that has ever been.
Yo, man, speaking of, I'm going to activate Amazon soon so I can start watching Reacher, but also because Wheel of Time's starting back up, man.
Yeah, I got to get to Reacher. I got to start Reacher. I think we're like 5 episodes in or 4 episodes in now.
That's a show where I usually just go through in a day. Like, because the episodes are only like 30, 40 minutes, and I usually kill it in a day.
Yeah.
As sad as that sounds.
But sometimes it'll be like that.
Right. But yeah. Studio. We're gonna move into NOVOCAINE, and I'm gonna let Jeff take the lead on this. But before Jeff takes the lead on this, all I'm going to say is, the trailers really do a disservice to this fucking movie because it is better than the trailers are. I think it's still an okay movie. With that said, I did call it. Didn't I call it? I was like,
I can't remember you calling it, but
I did.
Right, like I'm not denying it, but like you could see it
in the trailer.
You could see it from the trailer, but also you could just like, if you've seen movies before, you know what's up. Right?
And before you start, Jeff, I just want to give a special shout out to Paramount.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for the free drinks, the free popcorn, the much needed water, and
the punching game.
Yeah, the punching game. That shit was fun. Like, it was a fun night. Like, y'all. I'm gonna be real. I told Jeff I wasn't gonna see this because that trailer did nothing for me. And even you, Jeff, were like, yeah, I might not see it either. And then we got the invite and it said reception. And I was just like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll show
looks
up for
like
a reception.
I'm going. Yeah, you got a reception.
We'll show up for a reception. But like Brandon said, we were just totally gonna wait for this to come out in theaters and like possibly see it on an A-list. And I'm so glad Paramount invited us to this thing because I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Like, even though you could see whatever twist or reveal coming, it still did not take away from the propulsion of the movie, right? Or the impact of it. Straight off the bat, this movie does everything right that Love Hurts did wrong. And what I mean by that is we were given time to actually develop the characters and fall in love with them. I can see why fucking Jack Quaid's character, fucking Nathan Kane, fell in love with Amber Midthunder. I get it 100%.
Yo, shout out to Jack Quaid, man, because like he's been great in basically everything, man. Like, I can't even front anymore. I'm just like, yeah, he has it, man.
Yeah, like Jack Quaid is the only nepo baby that I don't dislike, and
I like what's her name? Who's Uma Thurman's daughter? Maya Hawke.
Oh yeah,
I fuck with Maya
Hawke.
Hawke.
Yeah,
and I fuck with John David.
I don't even consider like. So
What?
here's the thing. I don't consider. I take back my last statement about the nepo baby thing because I didn't realize. Like, I like nepo babies when I don't realize that they're nepo babies, right? I like John
when
David.
they're talented.
Right, when they're talented. I didn't realize John David Washington was Denzel's son until fucking 4 years into his career.
And
right?
that was by design because even his parents were like, "Are you taking acting lessons?" And he straight up said no. And the reason why he would even go into castings, they're like, "You kind of look like Denzel. Like, are you related?" He would say no. And he always said no because he didn't want to get the privilege or the expectations of, his father.
Right.
He wanted to make it on his own terms as his own person.
Same thing with Jack Quaid, right? I didn't realize he was Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's kid until fucking third season of The Boys.
Yeah.
Right? And like once I realized, I was like, all right, well, he's proven himself. Like that and like the Scream movie.
I would also like to give a shout out to Ray Nicholson because he looks just like Jack. And like also another one where I'm like, oh man, he's going to have a career.
Right.
Like, yo, when Nepo babies show up and do the work and they're actually talented, then by all means, like even Josh Brolin's a Nepo baby. And I'm just like, yeah, by all means, man, if you can do it, then do it.
Right.
But the problem is a lot of y'all are just
a lot of you are coasting on your name.
Yeah, man.
Right, and not doing the work. But Jack Quaid is doing the work. I totally was invested in his journey. Like you said, the trailer gives away too much because in the trailer, it's like, why is this dude getting in this police car to go after these killers, right? These bank robbers, and after like seeing the movie, right, it's like I get it. I get why he would do this to come after this girl.
Right, because Amber Midthunder does something early in the movie that's honestly really sweet.
Right. Yeah. The
kind.
I don't. And like it's for a movie that is so violent, it's got some tender fucking moments in it, right? Like the old man's shopkeeper, right?
Yeah.
That shit. And like, here's the thing. There's everything is a payoff, right? There's no real loose ends, which I appreciate. The action is on point. It is grosser than you think.
Yeah,
right?
but yeah, nigga. Like, once they got to the nails, I was like, oh, I was honestly, there's a couple of parts in the trailer that almost made me yak. But when you see it in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. Then it got to the nails.
Yeah,
and the nails was the limit for me.
Yeah,
because I leaned forward. And Matt came up to me afterwards. He's like, yo, were you okay, man?
Yeah,
I was just like,
I had to look away at the nail shit too. Yeah. But it does not pull his punches. It is violent. It is gross. It's fucking funny. It's hilarious. It's what I want. Like, it's really what I wanted Love Hurts to be. It really was.
We just gotta like, the fighting is more impressive in Love Hurts, but the fighting in this is more entertaining. Right. And I'm just like, we just got, I don't know, man, maybe John Wick, we made stuff too fluid. We just got to go back to spontaneity just a little bit.
Yeah, just like down and dirty, just like two people fighting. That type of shit.
By the way, because I forgot to tell you this. Yeah. You're a fan of The Beekeeper. No. I don't, and I mean this in a good way. Okay, just stay with me.
Okay.
Beekeeper 2 got greenlit.
Yeah, but
I'm excited for Beekeeper 2. Do you want to know why?
Because David Ayer's not directing it.
It's Temu. So I'm guessing Nobody 2 must fucking rule. And that's why they gave Temu Beekeeper 2. Imagine the shit Temu's gonna do in Beekeeper 2.
Yo, that's just gonna be rated X, right? It's gonna be NR, not rated.
Yo, you know what? I might have to bring some. If the nails got to me in this, that means I'm definitely gonna have to bring a puke bag for Nobody 2.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be fucking wild.
Man, Jesus Christ!
I didn't realize. I knew there was a Beekeeper 2. I knew Ayers wasn't coming back, but I didn't realize it was Timothée. And we've talked about his movie. Like, you only got to talk about the one.
Yeah.
Night Comes for Us.
Yes.
Right? We only need to talk about that one. Like, I haven't emotionally prepared myself for that one that's on Netflix now. Right? I have, but the night...
I feel like I'm hyping myself up for like Jeff's like, yo, Brady, you got to take this like fucking gunshot to the chest, and I'm like, all right, that's like how I feel about Nobody too. Like, I'm hyping myself up for Jeff to like shoot me in the shoulder. all right, because I just know it's gonna be some shit in there where I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, like, all right, but I'm glad Timothée didn't direct this one, right? Because it would have been a fucking much different.
Oh yeah, and they
movie.
gave and then they would have gave us booze. It would have been disgusting in there because everybody
it would have thrown out, like, in the best way possible. Because we love Timothée, but if you haven't seen it, The Night Comes for Us. Why don't you watch that shit? Right? Watch the apartment scene.
God.
Watch the apartment scene.
God. Oh my God.
Right? And come talk to us.
Oh Jesus.
Right?
Fuck.
But yeah, NOVOCAINE, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is not going to, let's face it, it's not franchise worthy. Right?
No. Look, not everything needs to be like. It's nice to
And
just
that's
have
good.
a one and done. Right.
Right.
Like, I'll be real with you. Black Bag could become a franchise just because I would like to follow like different cases that some of these characters who make it out work on.
Right. But yeah, so like, it's not franchise worthy, but I don't need it to be franchise worthy because sometimes I just want a movie to be a
one
movie.
and done. One and done.
But our friend Post said this to me, and I totally agree. This is a cable TV cult classic waiting to happen, right?
I probably enjoy a real edited down version on TNT on a Sunday.
Right? This is something that like is infinitely rewatchable. Right? Like, this might be one of those go-to movies, you know, when you've seen it once, you know what's going to happen, but you watch it again or you have it on again when you just want to relax, not think about anything, right? And you just want a good movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Like you said, it's fine. I think it's, for what it is, it's good. It is like, it is.
It's okay.
Right? Like, look, I get it. Like, I get it. But this is a movie that I could put on and know from my first time watching it to my 50th time watching it that, like, I'm going to enjoy it, right? I'm going to, like, this is something I can just not relax to, but, you know, I can have it on. I don't have to worry about it. It's not that.
It's like Dr. Odyssey. I get exactly where you're coming from.
It's like Dr. Odyssey, right? It's like, I can put this on and I know exactly what I'm going to get.
Yeah. You're going to enjoy it. Like, sometimes you just want entertainment.
Sometimes you just want entertainment.
And there's really nothing wrong with that. We just ask for you, don't treat us fucking stupidly.
Right. And this you know, this really doesn't insult anybody.
No, because I mean, it's already a heightened premise. You know what I mean? So like, and it's not like they do anything too fucking stupid. Like, even the cops are just like, yeah, bro, you know you're gonna go to jail when it's all done.
Right. Yeah, it was like,
he's like, yeah, they got a point.
There are ramifications.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, no, like, if you get a chance to see this in theaters, I think it's good seeing this with the crowd. This is definitely see it with other people.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this. I said it after Prey. I've been saying it after Legion, and now I definitely say it after this. Can we just more action movies with Amber Mid-Thunder?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I'm trying to see her and more shit just beating the shit out of people. Oh, dog. The Predator, 2 Predator movies are coming out this year.
This year?
Yeah, one's animated and one is another Predator movie by Dan Trachtenberg. That's not a sequel to Prey because he's still doing a sequel to Prey.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm here for it.
It's called Predator Badlands.
Yes.
And I think it stars Elle Fanning, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Like, the Predator movies under Dan Trachtenberg was like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Honestly,
listen, there's 3 Predator movies I love. It's 1, 2, and Prey. And 2, everybody looks at me when I say 2, and I'm like, yeah, because 2's fucking insane.
Yeah, 2's crazy. 2, but yeah, Prey is the best Predator movie, but it's not my favorite Predator movie. But like,
right, favorite one's the first one.
Right, favorite one's the first one. But on a pure like, this is an actual movie. That's good and like has a story arc and like stakes. Prey is amazing. Like, they fucked up by not putting Prey in theaters. I'm sorry.
Oh hell, I mean they clearly they've learned that.
Right. I want the Shane Black, the Predator. Right. I want his edit. I want his cut of that movie just so I can make that determination.
Listen, man, all I'm happy is that Prey brought back the drums. Like, yo, we should put that in like every fucking movie, bro. Like, imagine how hard that'd be in Black Bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they're doing spycraft shit,
snare drums,
or even Michael Clayton during the fucking espionage assassination.
I forget. I always forget about Michael Clayton and how good that shit is.
Yo, man, I want those drums in every action movie, bro. Like fucking Die Hard, John McClane running around the building. I just like how they fade in and out throughout the whole fucking score.
Yeah. Look.
Fuck, I might fucking go watch Predator, man.
See, that's fan edit, man. Put that shit in everything.
Fuck. Fucking love Predator. All right. Shit. That is episode 154.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies. You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.